For Sam George to be able to say these kind of things to Afenyo Markin is crazy. And no one that's a Ghana for a drop or move. You been able to send a Ghana for AC and responded to Sam George. Very disrespectful. The same basic questions every Ghanaian have been asking for the past 25 years. It's the same question Sam George Afenyo is asking you. You are the Minister for Communications. You need a digitalization in Tonchenka. You share the communication aspect. You're supposed to communicate to Ghanaians on every subject matter. Here say about information a deliver. We're supposed to talk to you. You're supposed to communicate to us. You're supposed to give us vital information as to why and not maybe call this or that. You're supposed to give us fruitful informations when we need them, including radio stations and my informations. And that is why I went here to me say when you radio stations in class 7 last week. Every frequency they do not deserve because the one go through certain processes be there. I don't want frequencies as I did. Unless you are telling me, say Sam George, many Ghana for you say you want to control what Ghanaians hear on our doorsteps, in our ears. And Timu somebody NDC channel, Ebreye, NDC TV, Wezo, Ebreye. We don't have any problem with that. If only say they are going to save Ghana and serve Ghana fruitfully with vital informations. But we are here talking about politics. And you cannot tell me, say, Wezo is going to give us the negative things about NDC if they are fooling. And so we need a fair TV station on your NDC and on your MPP to deliver fruitful information to every Ghanaian their doorstep. And that is why Ghanaians have been yearning for years of years. Says even if it be na what a GTV na same poor. And my streamings from GTV sometimes now says gratis or say dear a basan a binary resource a GTV the BBS until come. Yenian won't cross yet the only TV station it will reach every part corner of Ghana a GTV. And when it comes to a government business, if you're on my parliament house, every TV station tends to a GTV to take the source or the feed from them. And they enter GTV in Kebu. Open so who near cost of parliament house. And that's open so who dear even my penny John Dramani Mahama Peso Campua, your question was a wizard. Ube tuning into GTV though, not GTV streaming. It is like there is a power to me be a catcher GTV say, Shana Mamba ha. More responsibility some of my Ghana for quality information is no that different when some their airways. That is how it is going. It is physical, it is all physical. You don't need somebody to come and explain to you. Say, I say, you're sucking GTV for from government business, from streaming things that relates to the states. Everything that you want to hear. Bia yakoye wizo no bada bay. Yenianum won't cross yam was as ye complete that they are not getting anything from the parliament house anymore on your TV screens. Because no where cross and won't need that enough internet what they kwa streaming to say Facebook Live from the parliament or whatever. Or that's what tuning into a GTV, and whenever they tune in there, they are not getting any information from the parliament. Or in the name of say there is a new NDC channel be a friend in Wezo. And Afenyo is complaining. Say even GTV yamwa. It is far better than say a NDC channel. And they be giving Ghana, the whole Ghana an information. Then you're gonna control what we hear. How are we going to trust the government? How are we going to trust Mahama? So the information that Wezo is giving to us is legit because this is politics. There is no way, I repeat, Wezo is going to say negative things or bring negative things. Mahama Eyeda. We need a fair TV station to give us all the updates on parliamentary business. Abayno fesiken with them. That's a GTV here. Because here in Efano, and 1 year and some farm on your same free. And the only thing Sam George could say as the Minister for Communications is to insult Afenyo Markin bitterly. Ghana for be say during the vertigo. The questions are Afenyo busa was Sam George, and I know na we are. I ko pushi near me in a shame any idea. Do be castle you show where you're bonnet. But Ghana force Ebia, why you emotionally attached to the past, to the sense that nothing I would do Afenyo attempts had.
The period you became a member of parliament, you were not doing any other business. You were solely dependent on your salary, correct?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, as my primary source of income.
Did you have the benefit of any secondary source of income?
Mr. Chairman, I'm married to a very industrious woman.
I don't get it. Please explain.
I'm married to an industrious woman.
Okay, so please explain to her, if you say you are married to an industrious woman, and that is the source of your secondary income, what exactly do you mean?
I mean, my wife takes care of me.
Very well.
We are going to have a very interesting conversation. You better have a said the Ghana for ja. But before, Nienko tie. Send me Afenyo can and Sebdo. And Sama Afenyo Kado. Bonibi ewu my we are. Yabura a Sam George. Never responsible.
Issue 2. Mr. Speaker, issue 2 has to do with Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. Mr. Speaker, we all know that GBC is the nation's #1 media house. Every support needs to be given to GTV.
Definitely.
I have been watching GTV, and they are one station that is able to reach the remote parts of our country. They need support. We've seen other media houses, particularly the private media houses, getting prominent lately in programs of the states. We don't see GTV doing live broadcasts. Mr. Speaker, if it's about resources, I would again want the Minister of Government Business to program the Minister of Communication and Digitalization to come to this house to brief us on steps that the ministry is taking to resource GBC. Mr. Speaker, they have very nice programs, especially their breakfast show, very educative. And if GBC does not get the support, they are likely to collapse. We don't want that to happen. So GBC would need support, and I would want the minister to address the house and assure us on steps that the ministry is taking in that endeavor.
These are the words of Afenyo. Afenyo said, "My okay, say GTV na show mine in terms of giving us every matters information is being related to Ghana manual some ejida. Say bibi mpuna atochema ama eye GTV entimi mfasa information is in my hair. Oh, but catch the Minister for Communications, Sam George. Say eja omrefie, that is the Parliament household. Na wo mo hu ni atochema ho, the aban no betimi aye amana boa na GTV enya ne ntoma pa asefra. Because say area na say no we say to us what GTV bede. Ebeku. These are the words of Afenyo. Now let's go look at the response of Sam George. Bro, with me time on some social media, there was Afenyo me new attempt. And he had Ghana for response. I have never before seen a leader of the August House so uninformed. Say about information there anyway, so uninformed, meaning and from a boss or Parliament House or crowd. Afenyo Markin is so dead to the extent that onim the ekoso. He is so uninformed about Bibia, about Ghana and government. Uneducated. So when it comes to additions which you say any Afenyo Markin, Ghana manual sebuno unshiari. We so uneducated because I don't want to take the statement say of Afenyo Markin so we uneducated. Like on a brighter note, of which we know Afenyo is very learned and educated. The emphasis education in terms of knowing what goes on in Parliament and our party. Because I don't want to believe that. Say Afenyo uneducated, like an illiterate in that manner. I don't want to take it that way. You want to say be a Parliament business once and worker. Now, also, I say the lack of humility on the part of Afenyo Markin to learn. Hey, about who Brasia we say Afenyo and found who Brasia and I wouldn't know who Brasia there. Or so lucky. So, dear who Brasia, obviously, free wine ho. Afenyo be free wine ho. Some George in the one answer they like. You see the response that is coming. Does it really, go accordingly to a sema Afenyo to Ghana? Me say, Afenyo Komoni be the tea. I say the lack of humility on the part of Afenyo Markin to learn and get facts before he speaks to matters he lacks understanding of is becoming problematic for the business of the house. Tio, we know this also say he clearly needs help from himself. Afenyo Markin so no yamwa. Aye, a man who like yamwa from himself. Afenyo Bodama Empanin call a psychiatry war. He did help say. Afenyo uneducated or is so uninformed. Afenyo any ahombrasie say ye disua de. Wo na wo ba be kire Afenyo ade. For Afenyo ko psychiatry, e ho no benya the better help. Sam George say you being the Minister for Communications. Now the only problem and so baby busa wasem are related to your office. Di na GTV go. Na se nguya ade na wezo. Taking the responsibility of a state television. Enu bi won krase e be so hu die ntia wo hu die ekoso e wo Ghana man yosemu efa GTV bi. They want to know this. And a concerned member of parliament is asking you this question. And these are the response you can give as the Minister for Communications. The Ghana for Esiahuru Sam George for this rhetorical response. I don't cry enough. Memorem. Now, and some say the Ghana for Ebisu Etinyatoto Ama Sam George. This is so nonsense. Almost say, what we say, I don't see Katanji, where emotional intelligence be zero like you. Or you who will be an attain Kamunyansa. I will form Sam George. Da! Because some of your king, I would dinner tell what to say. I say, yes, so what to me at the set response. Emma Afenyo de adabi then watin ka munyansa se nipa de nka watin ka wo hono ma na watin ka pese wo ye bibi se eye se enye nyansa bi wo se tale ho intelligence bi wo se tale ho ne control watin ka that tells say hey wo mu say this how you feeling but do this at the right time, don't do that and no ana bradi efeno eye Bobby eche say that be ni nyansa mu watin ka no e wo form dodo o se Sam George. What do you know from? Or to also say, also when you get to the floor of parliament, tell him this nonsense you just posted here. Simple. Say, we do parliament. Because you say, what can't ever internet issue after Afenyo Markin. Corner catching or parliament. And yeah, I Tibo been able to say, Sam George. This is Sam George. Go in front of Afenyo and tell him that or parliament. And your internet national about the papa na temsa. The next Ghanaian, your friend, a doom cancer. A dear man for the friend who internet national your friend water seller. I don't know why though, but. And then you tell about it, you know what to be picking. I say, you are always insulting and maligning people on social media, internet, and I would dear man for what. I don't want to win him. Aye, it's a munikika, and a debia with the okika. I say, you are very disrespectful, we are arrogant. And above all, you think you know all, but you know nothing. What is wrong with what he said? Some Afenyo Markin's aircan, what is wrong? Dear, Afenyo Markin kind. Money benny. What is wrong with what Afenyo Markin said? And to Sam George, Udi Temsa. You claim he is uninformed and uneducated on a subject matter. So what is the subject matter? Who claims so is so uninformed? We uneducated. Fine. And some who Yebusao, Minister for Communications. And when you say, if say Afenyo Markin is so uninformed, I didn't at the state TV station, GTV, you ignore for ways of Ghana for Nim Ewo baby. Kofi someone say, man is still angry about the birthing thing. Charlie, move on. Why? You don't have to be too emotional about the past. Eti Kofi someone so nebusa. Sam George. What's Sam George? Birthing home common wa ebusa ya any opushi wa because I made in heaven. I know na. And that's a show muno. Say no na that's a show money there. Any matter. So it was just vetting. Afenyo had to ask you those questions because Ghanaians needed those answers. And now Afenyo the catcher say because I did the hell. It is a no and a show mubesi nedia. Then Sam George, forget about it. Prince Chibwa, as he said, the one also friend a champion. One also someone to just say 1 month into government, and you are saying someone that was in government the last 8 years lacks understanding of the matters. Oh, Sam George, oh, buy 1 month penny. Oh, but catch it will be on what if you're 8 years in here. Obviously, more than that. But the Gen Zs, the only 8 years in Bain, almost as you say, they are delving into politics. It's you know the other channel say 8 years in parliament. I will buy 1 month in what says, only a woman, some among your son. I cost our Ghana. No, I say Afenyo Markin. You are just a month old in government, so shut up. Sam George, a 1 month pen wedding no parliament to them, and was I say, come on, no tomb. Sam George, Ghana for drag with the Toby man. Come on, no tomb. Come on, no tomb, Sam George. Where the 1 month the bill parliament? And was I say, come was I say. First day, also a write-up equally lacked the needed substance to keep us informed and educated about the subject matter. Was in some of our to internet issue. And also encourage in some way Afenyo Markin able to me in some our tree. Encourage am I in movia? Anna and Sanchre Bibia. You could have taken that opportunity to explain, what is really the subject matter, rather than to go and insult Afenyo Markin. This is nonsense. That's what I said. As a minister for communications, now you must stop attaching emotions to critical thinking and practical reasoning. Say, be a minister for communications here. Any points out there, I think, I quite tell say you're going to yen san casem. Now, the atinka ko tale ho. That's one for atinka and talinyan sa semwa. And I say yen fan casem. Then in quasi asep. And I definitely would trade. That is the basic reasoning of what Ifa wrote. Because what you say, what the emotions attach critical thinking. A bass answer himself quasi asem. So in general sense, Ifa some George say, and quasi kano, the response he is giving to Afenyo Markin, and fuck when Mubaku say. What it was say, you must clearly help yourself for una hear more. Sam George, Ghana for so now hear more. And now for your markings, because if you are able to give such a response to a basic question, a dear Ghana for you never say there, then indeed, we hear more. Sam George, we hear more. I see for your markings. Kofi Abeb say, so you think you have said something sensible? A minister for communications who can't communicate with common sense. It would do. As a minister for communications, won't mean communicate and communicate to Ghanaians. We are not the trust us. Oh, Ghana, we are doomed. Ghana, yahoo. Because if our minister of communications can give such a stupid response to a sensible question, then we are doomed. Yahoo. The next concerned citizen, I say kudos to the same man you tried hard to condemn. Because of him, Ghanaians now know your wife is the man of the house. We now know who wear pants, trousers in your household. We did not day. We did not day. Ghana, we did what water to do. Or say, thanks to Afenyo Markin, Savidi, who the your band, your bema, Sam George Fee. And it's all because of, say, Afenyo Markin's questions, Obusa, and maybe a trip during the Burton, Machichi Macho. It was so tough to the extent he had to prove, Sam George had to prove, a queen of us who nya Nisika, no market seaby. Now, Osha, Moebi or the baby, and one here now, Afenyo Markins, and so Ed Nasha one corner. No, didn't you know, share you said you didn't head on, and no Anna Ghana name. So actually, now the next Ghanaian concerned Ghanaian Mr. Ameya Osip. The fact that you are a minister is what baffles me. Also, the crowd the and say, we didn't have a minister. Sam George, a minister. What's he in Yakra? What the man is saying is clearly sensible. And instead of you to provide clarity as a communications minister, you are here acting dumb. What's the same Afenyo Markin say came pan carbon and say? Instead of you, say we didn't wire papa and Yansa Umebano. Who come once and when Yansa be a nimu and at Safino. The same Afenyo would say GTV, the responsibility they are come TV station won't room crash, your mammy papa no war, no more pebia hammy in the air cost for parliament. One would never be here. Say problem in about GTV. This is just what Afenyo Markin is calling for. And for you to be able to say this kind of things to Afenyo, then we are dumb. This is a Mr. Amir. I say your social media engagements, they need you pass your job set, concert. I say, well, I say engagement, who here as the Minister for Communications. Because I think you just want to insult Afenyo to get engagement. That is what basically he's trying to say. And this is how responsible though. And for a Bako say, Felix Damwa say, what do you have or know that can be compared to Afenyo? Could be anything, even your entire life. In fact, his wife is better than her the enya would say. Yeah, now I'm for you the home commodity. Now, yeah, they are talking. So, Felix Damwa. Ana HM say na wodi na wo wabrabo mu abetimi dia to Afenyo wabrabo nyina ye kambo mu kura wa ho yetimi to Afenyo wati ase ho na ode beto aso wo yire kura mpodo na se wo hu ba bi no so ekwa akopie because in general sense the response from Sam George is very stupid, truly very very stupid. As a Minister for Communications, for you to inform us, educate us on the subject matter, and this is the nonsense you could say. We hear help. Jawab, I say, Honorable Sam George, or target Sam George name will say, Untin Samobeka. I say, you talk too much. What is wrong with what Honorable Afenyo said? Haven't we all complained about GTV? You see, we've been complaining about GTV. Said they all cannot be rightly resourced to cover live events, especially sporting events, and see the calling the pot black on the subject of humility. Yenchu will be our local friend Afenyo, Afenyo, Etewono, Unonia Hobrasia. So in general sense, Afenyo are proud. Yenchu will be. Or no chakobi, bidie bi a woko ka kire eye pot, se pot no ehu ye tuntum. Wo gira wo ya wo ahomaso aye o metwe. Wo ko ka kire Afenyo. Se Afenyo eye ahomaso. So this is TR0UBLE. Ghana ni bi enso ana wo chie mu sa. After wo de to dwa na o chie mu se ye nyina yesu ama GTV se enka mwa bi o mu hia bia na ban emfa mwo mo na ye nyina ye nya no ma wo se hwe bi ne fa agokansie mu ni ade ade danya ne ana Ghana fo esu ho ntimu aya eye Sam George wo de ma Afenyo na set ye nyina na yesu GTV and Afenyo Markin is also a Ghanaian. All right, to say something for GTV o mu hia mo bi aboa wo mo enwa se kika no a wo kika ze wo de wo as a Minister for Communications, instead of you to inform us and educate us ye bu se wasep no na enkurasesem wo de adane eye didi atem. The last person I a friend a Carson Lowther Nana Kwesi or also say you will speak your heart off here to waste our time, but you were in Parliament when he was talking, so why didn't you reply him over there? I see you are the most force identified person in our politics. Also now when Afenyo nyina na wo fi ho that day no Parliament, you couldn't say anything to him. Who internet issue na waste your man for time. I don't know anko nyina Afenyo anim no one can answer na nchira do. I will hear help. We are educated or so uninformed. Afenyo about among we hear psychologists. Right? Finding kwa about for school. What kind of help are you talking about? What's in our Parliament one? I didn't wear Nina Afenyo anim. No one can say in some and so of which I personally think this is nonsense. In terms of any response from Sam George, it's totally nonsense. GTV need helper. Yemwan. Where's your free here? Yen no more class no better woman your GTV ni bia. Where's your Indra class? Ghanaians have started complaining. Yen no more class so I see complaining. They are not seeing the government business, the parliament business on their TV screens. What is Wezo? Wezo no free here. Some web in a GTV here. Mummy more GTV. Na Ghana for nyina enso ntimi nya bibi enhwe in free parliament. Sam George, we Minister for Communications. Nenso Jimmy would too much. We need some koso, and these are the response from a concerned Ghanaians after Sam George wrongly attacked Afenyo Markin after Afenyo requested and he demanded most asked questions by Ghanaians. GTV here mwana, we hear mwa, mwa GTV. Ansana Ghana, I see television and wait me go. You fake. Send Ghana for responding to these matters. I towards Sam George. And one. I didn't try to say the comment section is widely open for me. I come out here, Sam George. Where Jimmy? Where Jimmy can correct so. So I know maybe see the kind of response I did by the Minister for Communications. And you're able to say such nonsense on such a subject matter. I won't obey to me actually. And in a Ghana politics equal. When you can hear me, case of any update. This is shown on this video.
K1, oh boy, Juma, we did the Jacob. So now see commentary or social media, no style of blogging, fantastic. So you see commentary, news in the bar. So you see commentary for so good. Keep on going.
And the Ostar also, the Ebema other tribe a flow. Uni sorted, India temni. That's how becano. It's so painful. I know shit. I don't know say commentary like or you as a presenter, sports presenter that they are. And maybe I will strength free there, but it's all good. Oh yeah, dear. Can one more modern? Can one will try pa?